Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Zillow leads right into KW Command. It's going to happen instantly, automatically, so you don't have to go check them. You don't have to go download them and upload them into KW Command. It happens automatically. It's going to improve your speed to lead. And also there's some awesome, robust features on this sync that's going to make it easier to follow up more relevantly, which helps you create more deals. Let me show you what this looks like. So the first step is to go ahead and log into KW Command, and then you're going to come up here to this little marketplace icon. Click on that, and that's going to take you to the KW Marketplace, where there's a ton of awesome tools, including this sync for Command and Zillow. You're just going to type in Zillow here in the search bar, and there you can see is the Zillow sync, Zillow leads in KW Command. You can go ahead and click View Details, and you can read more about this sync, and when you're ready, just click Buy Now. Follow the prompts. Once you're finished purchasing the sync, it's going to offer to go to My Apps. Click that, and it's going to take you to the My Apps area of your marketplace. So there it is. That's where your sync lives, but the sync is not yet active. We need to go activate it on API Nation. So to do that, we're just going to click this tile, and it's going to walk us through setting up this sync so we can activate it. So the first thing we're going to do is connect our Zillow Leads account. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. It's going to ask you for a label for this sync. You can just name it after yourself or your office. If you have multiple Zillow accounts, you're going to be connecting to one single API Nation account. Then you're going to want to keep track just so you can tell the difference between the Zillow accounts. But that's pretty rare. You can just go ahead and name it after yourself in most cases. Click Create Connection. And then you're going to see you have a connection ID. So you're just going to grab that, copy it. Then you're going to go to Zillow, log into the dashboard. You're going to go up to the top right and click on your profile, and then click on Settings. Once you're inside, go to the left-hand side and click on App Integrations, and you're going to select One-Way Integration. Click a Link App. It's going to ask you to choose your partner. Go ahead and scroll down till you get to API Nation and hit Next. And then it's going to ask for a login email address. That is actually going to be the connection ID we just copied from the other page. And hit Save. That's it. Now you've set up the connection. We can go back to API Nation. Now you can click I've completed setup on Zillow website. So once you've connected both Zillow and KW Command, just a few options here. If you happen to have the same contact coming in through your Zillow leads that already exists in KW Command, should we overwrite it? Or you can click this box and say, don't overwrite it, just fill in the blank spaces. Also, you can have these marked as leads as they're entered in KW Command, or you can uncheck this and they'll only be contacts. Up to you. I'm going to mark them as leads. Hit subscribe. This creates the sync. You can see it's not yet active. Just a couple things to double check before we activate it. First, I'm going to scroll on down to the mapping. So awesome. This is where the power of this sync really comes into play. There's a ton of different stuff you can map over from Zillow and put it into KW Command. I'm going to scroll on down here to the description field in KW, and I'm going to hit this plus sign, and you can see all the different rich information that comes over with the lead from Zillow. So if any of this is useful for you as you hone your messaging to follow up with these leads, make sure this gets into KW Command somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and go back up, find that message, and pop that in there in description. And then I'm also going to put in notes. I'm going to type notes just so I remember that's what the field is, and then put in the notes field. So there we go. This looks good. You can also tag it as it's coming into KW. So I know a lot of people want to tag this as Zillow leads. You can do that. And don't forget to go through the rest of the fields here in KW Command and just map up anything else you might find helpful. Let's go back to the top. The other thing you can do on this page is the filter. So in general, when you're trying to get leads into KW Command, most agents I've talked to don't want a filter. They just want everybody in there. They want it to go. We're ready. Just activate this sync. That's great. You can absolutely do that. But if you want to try something else, maybe you want to have leads going into KW Command, but you want them sorted in different ways. Maybe you want them tagged differently depending on what the lead says. So what you can do here is filter, for example, and then choose the field you want to filter on. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and say search criteria zip. Maybe I have something special going on with a certain zip code. Maybe one is luxury. Maybe I have a special messaging regarding one zip code. So I'm going to say zip code contains 90210, for example, and save that. And then I can come on down here to tags and say, this is my 90210 client. So now any leads that come in from Zillow whose search criteria is in that 90210 area is going to get tagged as special, and I can set up a smart plan in KW Command specifically tailored for that lead. And I can do this with any of these criteria offered to me from Zillow. So you can do it based on, is it flex? You can do it based on something in the notes, in the message, the lead type, whether it came from Zillow or Trulia. It's all here. The only limit is your imagination about how you want to sort these, tag these, and then follow up in a smart plan. Again, you don't have to do any of that. You can just go ahead, clear the filter, and tag it as Zillow. And that is going to get those leads right into KW Command so you can follow up. Now I don't have to go into Zillow, download those leads, copy, paste, put them into KW Command so I can follow up. It just happens automatically. I open up KW Command, I see my new leads, I follow up, I start creating more deals. If you need any assistance setting this up for you or your team, go to apination.com/KW. There you can call us, send us an email, and even set up a live session of support. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.